Looks like the number one pick from the 2022 draft for the Red Sox just got a little bit closer to Major League Baseball. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and before the season started, one of the big things the Red Sox front office said they wanted to focus on with their farm system was being a bit more aggressive in their promotion approach. And so far this year, they've held true to that statement, and so far it's worked out for some prospects really well, like Roman Anthony, Ceddanne Rafaela, Wilkerman Gonzalez, and for others, it's been a bit of a struggle, but there's still signs of improvement and signs that, hey, they're going to succeed at the next level, like Marcelo Meyer, Shane Drohan, and Blaze Jordan. Well, yesterday we got news that the Red Sox made the most aggressive promotion that they have made so far this year in promoting their number one draft pick from 2022 to high A baseball. So what we're going to do in today's video is talk about what this promotion means. We're going to talk about who got promoted, talk about why they may have been promoted and why this move was so aggressive, and we're going to be talking about what this means for the Red Sox as an organization. But before we get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you couldn't tell already, the prospect we are talking about today is Mikey Romero, the number one draft pick from the Red Sox 2022 draft. Mikey yesterday was promoted from low A baseball to high A baseball. And the reason we're talking about this move being so aggressive is because of a couple of different factors. The first is that so far this year, Mikey Romero has missed 2 months of the 2023 season due to a muscular issue in his back. Now, I couldn't get the exact injury, but it looked like it was a combination of spasms or a tear or something like that. I don't know the exact injury, so I can't speak to the exact injury, but either way, a muscular issue in his back kept Mikey Romero out for the first 2 months of the season. In fact, Mikey Romero didn't start playing baseball this year until June 23rd of the 2023 season, meaning he's only been able to play a couple of months of the 2023 season. In fact, he's only played 31 games so far this year. 8 of them have been a rehab appearance with the Florida Complex League, and 23 of them have been in low A baseball. Another factor as to why people feel as though this is a really aggressive move is because when healthy, Mikey Romero's stats at the low A level haven't exactly jumped off the page. So far this year in 2023 at the low A level, Mikey Romero in those 23 games has just a 217 average with a 288 on base percentage and a 304 slug, good for just a 72 WRC plus. Or in other terms, so far this year in 23 games, Mikey Romero has been about 28% less productive at the plate overall than the average hitter in low A baseball. But that doesn't mean that the ability is not there. In fact, we've seen Mikey Romero succeed at the low A level before. Last year, he played a partial season in the Red Sox system, and in 10 games of rookie ball in the Florida Complex League last year, Romero had a 250 average with a much higher 372 on base percentage and a pretty decent slug of 417, good for a 124 WRC plus. So in 10 games last year in the Florida Complex League, he was 24% above league average production, and then he spent 9 games in the low A level last year, which led to a 349 average with a 364 on base percentage and a super high 581 slug, good for a 153 WRC plus, or about 53% above league average production. So you know the ability is there. He's just struggled so far this season, which may have been one of the factors as to why the Red Sox decided to be aggressive and promote him to high A baseball. But there are other factors involved as well that could point to Mikey Romero being able to succeed at the next level. The first outside factor, aside from just his base level statistics, is something we've already talked about, and that is his injury, right? Getting 2 months out of a season taken away from you because of injury is a pretty decent chunk of time, and it could be taking a while for Mikey Romero to get back into the swing of things, right? We've seen it at the major league level this year. Adam Duvall coming back from injury and struggling a little bit, right? Stuff like that, where it takes a little bit for you to get used to pitching in live games again, hitting in live games again, all that good stuff. So the Red Sox may have felt as though promoting him to high A aggressively, kind of quickly after he gets back from his injury, could help expedite that process of him getting back and getting used to pitching and performing again in a minor league system. So that's factor number one. Factor number two is that according to Brandon Campbell of Blogging the Red Sox, of the 173 hitters in low A baseball with at least 100 plate appearances, Mikey Romero has the highest line drive percentage of anyone at 35.1%, meaning that he was making really solid contact at the low A level. It just wasn't producing results, right? To have the highest line drive percentage means that you're squaring up the ball more than anyone else at the low A level. You just weren't seeing the results. So the peripherals surrounding Mikey Romero could lead the Red Sox to believe that, hey, we think he could be successful at the high A level. On top of that too, when we're talking about percentages and batted ball profiles, he had a really similar batted ball profile to another prospect who was aggressively promoted to high A so far this season in Roman Anthony, right? Roman Anthony in low A had a really similar batted ball profile to what Mikey Romero is having right now in low A baseball. Once Roman Anthony was promoted to high A baseball, he was able to change that batted ball profile and was able to lift the ball more and honestly get better results, right? The Red Sox may be thinking the same sort of thing will happen with Mikey Romero, because so far in low A baseball, Romero has a ground ball rate of 44.6%, the highest of his career. Of every single ball he makes contact with, almost half of them were directly into the ground. Now, on top of that too, he also has the lowest fly ball rate of his career so far in low A baseball this year, with a percentage of just 20.3%. Now, the idea behind promoting Mikey Romero could be the fact that Roman Anthony saw success at the high A level with a similar batted ball profile, right? He was able to get to high A, lift the ball more, and it led to more extra bases, it led to more home runs, and it led to a more productive player. The idea behind the Red Sox promoting Romero could be very, very similar or along those same lines, that, hey, we're seeing the batted ball profile, we understand he's squaring the ball up, it's just not going to places where it's landing in grass, it's landing in mids, or it's not getting up in the air long enough to become legitimate extra base hits or legitimate base hits in general, right? So that could be one of the factors as to why the Red Sox decided, hey, this might be time for Mikey Romero to take the next step. Finally, the last reason why the Red Sox may have made this aggressive move despite Mikey Romero's statistics this year is because the league he was playing in Salem, the Salem Red Sox, is kind of notorious for being a pitchers friendly type league where it's a little bit difficult for hitters to really make a mark, right? A lot of the stadiums are tailor made to be more of a pitcher's park. The Salem Red Sox stadium itself has that wall at 325 feet, and it looks a little bit difficult for hitters to be consistently great in that league. So promoting him out of that league could actually improve his statistics just simply based on metrics of ballparks and stuff like that, where it's notorious that pitchers have an easier time in the Carolina League in low A baseball than hitters do. So that could be the final factor as well. So again, while his baseline statistics weren't super impressive so far this year, there may have been some outside factors that led the Red Sox to being aggressive with his promotion. But what does this mean for the Red Sox, and what does this mean for Mikey Romero? I think this could be a bit of a heat check for the Boston Red Sox, right? This being their most aggressive move, it could sort of either completely warrant what they've been doing this year. It could also sort of serve as a baseline for what a prospect needs to look like before they get to the next level. But either way, I really like this move, and I've loved every aggressive move the Red Sox have made with their prospects so far this season, because I think the Red Sox farm system is in the perfect place for you to be able to do this, right? You've got a lot of really talented minor league prospects right now in the system, and being promoted super aggressively, a sort of trial by fire, to me makes the most sense. And the reason I really love this approach is because a lot of these prospects are super young, right? Mikey Romero is only 19 years old, so even if he gets to high A baseball and he struggles a little bit, he has plenty of time to make the adjustments and correct himself and be productive at that next level without completely destroying his timeline, right? By being aggressive and promoting these guys, you're giving them a taste of the next level. You're allowing them to prove that, hey, this is the reason why we drafted you guys. This is the reason why we're putting our faith in you guys, right? You're allowing these prospects to be the prospects that they know they can be, and you're also allowing them time to adjust to each level. Being aggressive gives them plenty of time at each level to try and figure out exactly how they approach at-bats, exactly how they approach everything, and it honestly feels like it allows these prospects to produce and develop at a higher level than we have seen before. And I'm talking about guys like Ceddanne Rafael, like Roman Anthony, even like Marcelo Meyer, who has been struggling at the AA level, but his batted ball profile fits exactly what he was doing at the high A level, and it feels like eventually once he gets healthy, he'll be able to turn his season around, right? So in my opinion, these aggressive moves are absolutely fantastic. Now again, this is the most aggressive move they made so far. He's only 19 years old, so again, this could serve as a bit of a baseline when we're talking about how the Red Sox approach promoting prospects. So realistically, Mikey Romero's promotion could have a pretty decent effect on how the Red Sox utilize promotions over the next couple of months. Now, in terms of Mikey Romero's timeline, it doesn't really affect it all that much. Sox prospects and MLB pipeline have Mikey Romero coming up right around 2026, mid 2026, exactly where Sox prospects put him. And this move, again, probably keeps Mikey Romero within that timeline. I think if they had held him back in low A baseball for another year here, it might have bumped it back to late 2026, but promoting him right now really doesn't affect his timeline all that much. So overall, again, it was an aggressive move, but I absolutely love these aggressive moves by the Boston Red Sox, and I really hope this pays off for Mikey Romero. But even if it doesn't right away, I think in the long run, this is going to be the best move for Mikey Romero and his development with the Boston Red Sox. But that's just my opinion, so let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of the latest promotion by the Boston Red Sox? What do you think of the aggressiveness approach? What do you think of Mikey Romero as a prospect? And what do you think this means for the Red Sox organization as a whole? Let me know all your thoughts on the latest Red Sox promotion in the comment section down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.